Hey guys, what's up? It's Schla coming back to ya with another episode of Car Rides with Schla. No, sorry, that pause was just because I didn't actually check whether the recording was working or not. So I got a little bit of a rush of concern, but we're good. Everything looks okay. And yeah. Anyways, I think I'm doing better, trying to focus on more of the positive stuff. I mean, I still am young. I'm doing a lot of good. I just have to figure myself out mentally a little bit better, I think is the main thing, trying to reduce a lot of the chronic stress that I experience, and just figuring a lot of that kind of stuff out. I think that I really shouldn't be concerned, and again, unless something significantly bad happened, my life is absolutely still worth living, and time will tell on that, honestly, but I just think I'm probably not the only human who does this where, we just get upset over stuff, but so many people have it so much worse, and sometimes people who have it worse are chronically happier, because a lot of it is mental, it really is, and I don't want to sound like, a bad person. Oh, it's all perspective. And, no, I understand some people really have it bad, but just in my experience talking to people, I think, for example, one of my main chronic stressors is just money. It's really hard for me to feel okay with, I don't have a stockpile of money yet, but again, that's kind of understandable because of the way the economy is now and the fact that I'm in my 20s. Most people don't have some, stockpile of cash or anything like that at this point. And I'm doing okay. I'm not really doing bad. And I guess it's just a time thing, because the more time goes on, the better things should get. I mean, in just a year or two, things should be pretty great, and I should feel pretty good about things and feel a lot more secure. So there's definitely there's no reason for me to be upset. A lot of people have it a lot harder and have a lot less opportunity. Like I said, I have to start thinking more about what I can do and what I'm going to do. I think that is more of a productive conversation than the usual lamenting. But I do think it's important to still have hurt about certain things. There is a lot in this world that doesn't seem fair. And, I don't know. I guess I don't want to be bad per se. I don't want to, just be all positive and lose sight of a lot of the genuine hardship that people have to go through. I don't want to lose sight of that, and I don't think I will. But yeah, there's just a lot. I am the type of person, I was just thinking about this, how much I value meaning and specificness. Why am I saying specificness? Meaning and consistency. Yeah, again, I don't know why I said specificness. I guess specific, consistent, it's kind of like the same thing, but not really. So I don't know what I'm really trying to get at with that. But, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of joy to be had. I think a lot of it is about future economic uncertainties and things like that get me. But I don't know. I mean, you just do what you can, I guess, and I do have to stop worrying. But what I was saying is I was talking about consistency and how, so many people have come and gone in my life. And I never really wanted that. That was not something that I ever asked for or wanted, was for the drama to end things or for people to come and go. But it just always seemed to work that way. Now I want to be more optimistic and, hopeful for the future and stuff like that. I don't want to dwell on that stuff anymore. Like, it's the past, it's nothing that I need to dwell on, And yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Just no reason to dwell on those kind of things. I still have a lot of life to live and a lot of time for things to improve, and I think it's likely they will. I don't know, just given what, like, the circumstance I'm in and everything. I think it's very likely that things are going to get better. And I won't really have to worry about too much, It's just, I mean, even that mindset, I guess it's not good. I don't know. I guess it's different when it's right in your face. Like, because again, I don't know, like, the stress I feel compared to other people, it's just unwarranted. And I mean, I would feel a whole lot more stress if I was some of these other people, but I'm really not. And so it's all chill, honestly. Like, I don't know, I should not be, because I would say even as is, it's probably most people who are probably at a greater risk than I am with things. So I don't know. I don't know why I get the way I get. Most of my frustration comes down to not feeling like I'm doing good enough. And I don't know. I want to do more. Like, I've talked about a lot. I want to get a second job. But it just doesn't, it seems like just getting one job in this market seems pretty difficult. And so for me to get a second job, that's why, like, it's even more difficult, because I want to get something that's kind of like like a 5 to 10 p.m. shift or something like that. Maybe like a 4 to 9 p.m. and I could go there after my current job. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I want. And I just don't know how I would find something like that. And that's the problem. I mean, it's gotta exist, right? I just have to, I guess I have to spend time looking into it, because I haven't tried yet. Like, I keep saying it's difficult, and it's fair to say that. I think it's fair for me to say that. But I haven't really dug deep into looking for that, So it could be out there. There could be something like that available. And I've just been complaining this whole time. I haven't really looked. I mean, it would make more sense to actually bother to look. I don't know. That's just I'm just thinking this now. I haven't even thought this before or realized this before now. You know? So it's just interesting to like think about that and stuff. I don't know. Now this is also supposed to be some type of a income stream, but I don't know. You know, that hasn't panned out yet, but presumably at some point it could, and that would be very nice. But yeah, I think I should like genuinely look into that. I don't know, because it's like a legit thing that I could do, and it would change my life. And life wouldn't be fun for a couple years, but after a couple years of the 2-job thing, that would be pretty good. It would be pretty great. You know, that would kind of set me up to have like a strong foundation for the future. But yeah, so much is it's just like perspective stuff, you know. It's like so much of why I'm not at peace is because of expectations for myself that I'm not meeting. And I don't know that that's a problem, but I guess I don't remember what it feels like to just be free. You know, because I've always had such a financial like feeling about things, like that I really wanted to have money and be financially secure. It's just always been like a pretty core part of who I am. I don't know why, but you know, ever since I was a teenager, I really wanted financial security, and then for whatever reason I never got a job. It was a mixture of anxiety, and I think I just was not ready for that for some reason. I mean, I was, but I don't know. Like I've said before on the channel, I wanted to do stuff like try to go my whole life without working, and all these like random thoughts, and I just don't know. Like I don't know what was going through my head. Like I really had a strange teenage kind of years going on. I just did. And it's a shame in retrospect, because it was just a disaster. And I wonder, like, okay, if I ate differently, maybe if I had different kind of role models or mentors in my life, I don't know what really the problem was. But I guess there's not much of a point in thinking about it. It's just like, what can you do? You know, it's over. It's over. It's nothing that I should really dwell on, you know? But that's where I was. That's definitely where I was. That's definitely where I was. But it's interesting how hard I've tried to get where I am now. And I don't know. I think once a good opportunity comes my way, I'll be able to take it. And in the meantime, I just have to put up with waiting a little bit longer. Because there's really, I mean, things could change overnight. You know? Things could really change overnight. That's the thing. Like, you just don't know with this kind of stuff. You just don't know. I mean, I have content out now. I know it's not the best, but things could change overnight. I don't know. You know, any of these episodes I do could cause overnight change. And so when you think like that, I don't think it matters whether it's true or not. I think it makes things feel better, you know, even if it is leaning into a bit of delusion. I just don't think it matters that much, you know. I think it's fine. Because that's how I think most people think. They just instinctively think that, even though it probably won't ever happen for them. But I know with myself that I'm capable. I know that. You know, I have to find that confidence regardless of what negative events are thrown my way to try to throw me off that path. I have to find that confidence, because at least with confidence there's less stress. And things will change, you know, it's just going to take time, but I would feel better about myself if I had that second job. But things will probably get better. They shouldn't get worse, and we just have to see how things go. But I have a feeling, I mean, things could go a number of different ways, honestly. But I have to work on my perspective, and, you know, I understand a lot of this stuff. I understand how much perspective matters, but I've had such a hard time putting it into action because I don't know. I don't know why I've had a hard time. I think a part of me wants to feel things, and the other part of me doesn't. The other part of me knows that it's all perspective and you should just remain cheerful. But then the other part of me wants to feel, wants things to be real, wants things to matter. But maybe things can still matter. You know? Maybe things can still matter, but you can still let go. It's kind of been a idea that I've had for a while now. And that's what I mean. I know things. I know things that a lot of people don't know that are legitimate. It's legitimate good information. You know? And I guess I just take it for granted. I guess that's just how it is, because I don't know. Some people just don't. Some people don't even have the right information and are just very ignorant, and I think I'm not sure. I don't know if it was immaturity or it is immaturity that I am not quite there yet. But it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. That's my goal for now. I think I want to actually try to dig deep and look into things, and not just assume that there isn't opportunity, because there could be. Because what I'm thinking is I don't know that just Indeed is really going to have everything. And I guess that's what I've been basing it off of, but no, I mean, it's still a little bit weird. It's a weird timing for what I would want in a shift. It's just odd timing, I don't know. A moment of silence. That's what I mean. It's so weird how, and I'm glad it's documented. I think I have such a restless brain, and that's why it's good when I just text and I get it out and I express that socially, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not exactly how I would want it, even if people don't appreciate me in the way I might like them to. And like I said, the benefit is it's all recorded. And so it's obviously possible things could be even worse if I was from the golden age. You just don't know. You just don't. So I try to keep that in mind. I've really tried to keep that in mind. Like, just gonna feel so good being at a good point. I mean, even now, I don't even think I think about it enough. I've said it before on here, but I legitimately thought there was absolutely zero hope for me, and I was just going to be a total failure in life. Total, That's what I thought. That's just what I thought was on the way for me. So the fact that I'm even here now, it's pretty crazy, right? Like, it is really crazy. I never thought I'd be here for a long time. I just didn't. I think I had some level of confidence when I was in my earlier teenage years. But by the time I was 17, I don't think I was confident anymore at all. And so it was like 4 years straight of just no confidence and sadness. Just like stress about money, not having things figured out, not doing as good as I could have. That was basically it. And I could have came out but there was so much doom spending that I did that I shouldn't have done, that didn't make any sense. And even now, it's like really hitting me. Even some of the things I've bought now. like, what was I thinking? You know? Oh my gosh. I just have been crazy. It's been such a crazy past couple years. Like, I could be in such a good position right now, and instead I'm just not. Like, it's weird, and that bothers me. Here I am thinking about the past again, you know. It's seriously a problem. Like, I just can't get over how much, I mean, my life could be so much better right now if I had just had more hope. So much better. And I know I can say the same thing, like, well, it could still be so much better. That's fair, but I mean, really. It could be like better, you know? I don't know why I did what I did. Like, it's just, I really went crazy. Like, I literally think I was losing my mind. And I think we may be out of there. Like, we may be out of the lost mine. It kind of took a while. It took like 5-6 years. Basically took 6 years. But yeah, it's still upsetting though. I mean, it's hard to get over, but that's what I said about myself. I need to start to get over things. I need to work on that. I need to be free. I need to be free. But that's how I feel now. I feel a calm. A calm that isn't awful, you know. And we'll just, look, we'll cross our fingers. We hope the economy doesn't crash and that there's still hope for my generation and stuff like that. Because it could, and then that's totally out of my control. But in some ways, I'm kind of, well, actually, no. I think things would be best if things crashed in like 2 years or something like that, you know, because if things crash now, that's still not really ideal, because I want to have money to put into the stock market. So yeah, I think I would like things to crash in about 3 years, and then yeah, pretty good stuff, right? Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, there's just no reason, because it's like until it happens, you know. Now, in the meantime, I want to be wise with my money, but I can't be stressed. There's no reason to be stressed, you know. There's just no reason to be stressed. That's what needs to change, but still wise. And I have to stop thinking about the past, because even now, this whole time, I've just been thinking about the past, about how much more money I could have right now and stuff. I mean, I just can't get that out of my head. My life could be good, and it was right at my fingertips because I learned all this stuff when I was young, and I just didn't do it. I just didn't get a job. Like, I don't understand what my problem was, but I think the worst part is that I don't feel the enjoyment. So I had such an easy, good adolescence. It was just lonely. But it was good. Like, it wasn't, it was probably less difficult than anybody's I've ever talked to. Like, a lot of people just had more work to do, or it was rougher, it was harder. Mine was just cold. Mine was just cold and confusing. You know, I don't know how else to describe it. Cold, confusing, and weird. But not difficult at all in a material sense. I mean, I would just be such a different person, I think, if I just had good friends or had them. But for some reason, you know, was meant to go through what I went through. But yeah, like, I guess that's what frustrates me, because I wouldn't be stressed right now, and I would have never been stressed if I just had restraint. But I didn't, you know, and I just kept buying more things and indulging more and more. And it was just all so stupid. So much doom spending. And seriously, I mean, I just wouldn't be stressed. And so it's caused me a lot. Like, there were serious repercussions for that. And I'm just upset with myself, you know? I'm really upset with myself, because things could have been so much better for me. And we're kind of getting our footing now, but it's been like a rough thing, you know, and it didn't need to be if I just had more restraint. Oh my gosh, I just cannot believe some of the things that I did. It's really sad. I don't know. I guess I have to try to laugh at it, you know, and just keep moving forward. But wow, I'm just like mad at myself for some of this stuff. Because it's stuff I didn't really appreciate. Because I think I don't know. I was just so miserable at the time and lonely. I would need to buy things to get through that. Sorry, I don't even know. I just hit something it was just on the highway. I don't know what it was. I was a little bit concerned, you know, as I do get concerned about little things like that. But yeah, oh man, I made so many weird mistakes. The doom spending thing it's so stupid. It's literally so stupid to do that, and I was still doing it. And I'm probably going to do it again, you know? It's just like, why do we have to act like that, you know? Why did I have to do that and basically sabotage my future like that, you know? Like, seriously, man, if I could go back in time, things could be so good. But I didn't have perspective, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't ready. So this is why I'm mad at myself though. I knew all this stuff and I wanted to be minimalist and saving heavy when I was 16. Like I had it all down. You know, I knew everything. I knew you're supposed to invest, you're supposed to I knew it all. Like I at 16, it's crazy. I was like really on track. And then I just totally just lost it all, you know, and just like never actually got a job. Like I was reading books and I was like avoiding video games and I think really what ended up happening is I didn't have enough friends, so it was like it's too lonely for me or something, and then I wasn't really making any progress and I got bored, and then I eventually just went back to playing games again even though they didn't really feel that good. And then over time everything just crept back, and then it was like I don't know, and just things, it's so stupid. And then after that I had this like amazing awakening and just good intuition about things so early. Like I said, I was 16 and I was like 10 times smarter than anybody else at that age, anybody I knew. And I just blew it. Like for some reason, like I learned all that stuff. I had that awareness. And then I just like just didn't care anymore. So I guess we have to think about why that happened. I guess it's just like addiction. It's like screen addiction. I don't know. I that's the only thing I can chalk it up to. I didn't get the job. I didn't get, like, I wanted to get a job and I didn't. So I didn't have an outlet. And so I just failed. Like I eventually just went back to just kind of doing nothing. And that's kind of been the gist of my life. But that's what's frustrating about it, is because I'm not somebody who enjoys that. Like, okay, so what started this conversation, it's not like I spent all this time not working and I like enjoyed it or I was happy with that. I wasn't. I would be so much happier if I was making money. I would have probably bought stuff, you know, that I was into and had like a good normal life. I don't know, you know, why. Like, it's just so weird. It's all so weird. But there has to be a reason for that. And it's cope. It's cope to think there was a reason. But it's probably healthy cope to get to process this and try to get over it. To just spit it out, record it, post it, and you know, move forward from that. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. It should make sense. Like, because how else do you get through it? How else do you figure that out? I don't know. How? How do you do it? How do you do it? Because that's what ticks me off. I was so wise. I was unbelievably wise from like 14 through 16. And then I just fell off a cliff. And I don't really have much to show for it. And I don't know why I did. Like, do you see? That's the frustration I have. It's not like I didn't know better. I knew better. I totally knew better. It wasn't like I didn't know any better. I knew better. Had it all figured out, and that was 7 years ago. And then the past 7 years, I've just been a mess. Like, how does that happen? I don't know. I literally was like set up to have such a good life, and then I'm not even sure what got to my head, or like it just wasted it. And I mean, I didn't waste it completely. Obviously, I'm getting a grip now, so I'm okay. But it just does, like, what happened? Seriously, what on earth happened? I was on. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just too much change. But I suppose to put a positive spin on that, none of that's really relevant. I guess I just needed to go through that. Like, I guess I just did. I guess, it's different to know something versus actually experience it. And I think I always knew that. I think even back then I kind of knew that. Because I was into all this spiritual stuff. But the thing is, I really didn't go through much. And even now, I still haven't. I mean, most of my anguish and stress in life, it's all social. It's all like other people, but I've genuinely never been actually harmed. Like, there's probably worse things that have happened to people than what have happened to me. And that's kind of why I feel a little bit ridiculous. Because it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, I'm stressed about stuff. Yeah, people hurt me. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I've still been safe. I've still been safe. I've still been protected, like, from things could have been a lot worse. So what am I even complaining about? And so I thought that back when I was 16, I really, like, the types of people that would be watching the spiritual content that I was into. I mean, these were like people that hit a low and like turned to it. They really understood, like, and I just didn't hit that. And I was shielded from that, from living with my parents, and from just having just a relatively cushy life besides arguments with my family. And that's never fun, but it was still stable. Things were still stable. Wasn't like some, kind of crazy situations people have been in. And so now, this is just where we're at. Like, I don't know. I'm like a shell of who I could have been. And not everybody can say that. Not everybody can. Part of it is just I have these like evil tendencies. Like, I just think I'm evil in some ways. Like, for some reason I don't know. Like, it's not normal. It's not normal at all. I just I know I sound like a maniac saying that, but it's like doing like villainous things, and it's just kind of what I want. And that's, I think, part of why what happens, because I almost dissociate with things so much that it doesn't faze me. It really was not a good thing. I don't know why I picked it up or where I picked it up from. I guess just nihilism. I was pretty into that as a teenager. But I mean, what teenager isn't? Yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, I wanted to drop out of high school and start working. Honestly, would have been a good decision, but, it doesn't matter. I didn't get to live that life. I mean, I should just have ego and pride over who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely a unique person, and even though I'm not as good as I could have been, it's like, I have to try to remember, what I did and have positive associations with it. Because I just keep thinking about success. For some reason, I'm just obsessed with it, and it hurts me, but most people don't even care about success that much. Like, I don't even... I mean, people care about money, but people, like, spend it. Like, I don't think most people save money and are, like, that money savvy. Like, they just, they work, they save a little bit, but they, spend it. That just seems to be the gist of it. So I think most people would rather have, like, a life like mine, because it's been chill. I've just missed a lot of opportunity. That's kind of the problem, is I've missed a lot of opportunity. But it's been it's been a quirky, weird life. I mean, I have trust issues. People are weird on the internet. I think that's, like, the main issue. Is I was way, way too naive for that Discord stuff. I just didn't, even up until recently, like, I just didn't get it, how, like, bad it could be. And I genuinely never thought it would be like that. And yet, here we are. It's something, isn't it? But again, there's, like, I should just own who I am. Like, it's not like I have a reason to be so hard on myself. I just don't. Like, there's so much enjoyment in life for me to have, and that's why I'm going to try to start my tub of ice cream a day, just experiment, and just chill. Like, I just need to chill and just be so much more chill. Like, I don't know, set up a strict system and then just follow it habitually. Don't, like, go crazy about things, but still look into that second job, but just be chill about it. Just be chill about it, Just be chill about it. But yeah, I should have, I mean, even this past year, I spent way too much money. Year before that was pretty good. 2024 was pretty good. 2023 was not good. Like, I just did a bunch of stupid stuff in I don't know. I think 2022 was probably... No, actually, I think 2022 was good. I think 2021 was bad. Yo, wait, whoa. It's bench line now. It's time to buy slide. See you, slot.